Hey, HannahMouse1 here. Welcome back to my daily Christmas game mini devlog series. This is part 5 of the series, so maybe check out the first 4 if you haven't already. I made a small amount of pretty significant changes today and really made the game playable from start to end, so let's jump in. So a large portion of the day went to finishing the opening cutscene, by which I mean multiple hours of pixel art. I animated the Christmas spirit's name being crossed off the list, starting by animating a line to cut through 5 pixels at a time. I get this to play when the player hits the spacebar, signifying that they've finished reading the text. I then spend ages drawing the quill and then the hand that holds it. I tried to make this look at least somewhat anatomically correct by using my own hand as a guide, and I think it came out okay. I put the hand at the right point on the canvas to start drawing, so that I can draw the entire arm that gets seen. I start with some guidelines and then drawing the arm itself. It's not perfect, but with my deadline fast approaching, I'm definitely aiming for good enough territory here. I give all of it an outline, then animate the arm to move in time with the line drawing animation I've already done. I then make the quill flick off at the end and glide into position at the start of the animation. It looks a little janky, but it will do. The next shot is another one of Santa, partly to save on too much extra drawing. I get it to switch to this when the space key is pressed again once the quill animation is complete. I tweak the image slightly so that Santa conveys a different emotion, and then I create the quote for this shot. I animate the candle in this shot to match the previous one, and this works like a charm, but I decide to animate Santa's beard slightly as well because the shot seemed a little bit too static. With that done, I work on the next shot, which is very similar, except Santa looks more shocked in this one. I create the quote for this shot, and on this one the text is purple because it's said by the Christmas spirit instead of Santa. I get this animated and figure out getting this to play when you hit the space bar again. I then animated the Christmas spirit's appearance. This took so long, like multiple hours, and it's definitely not the best animation I've ever done, but it does the job. For the sake of my sanity, I had to animate the sprite part at a time, starting with the box, then the purple head spikes, then the body, and so on. I don't usually use this workflow, but it really helped me getting things looking at least somewhat alright with this animation. I outlined every frame of the animation and copied it onto the room background. I created the quote and added that in. For the next shot, I make the spirit look slightly angrier and add in the quote. And the final shot is just of Santa saying, "Oh no," so I make that and add it in, which took very little time considering some of the other animations took me ages. I then create an icon that says space so that the player knows how to progress the cutscene, and I get it to bounce slightly so you always notice it even though it's in a dark shadowy corner. Painfully aware that the day was very quickly slipping away, I throw together a semi-decent title screen with an incredibly generic name, but it's not like I'm selling this or anything, it's just a scratch game made under a time crunch. The screen is of a title, a bunch of the characters, and a background made up of the tiles that the rooms are made from. It's not great, but it will serve well enough. I then create the play button, and I create some fun effects for when you move the mouse nearer to the play button, it gets bigger and slightly brighter, and I make it so that clicking the button starts the game. I finally create a cursory screen which just says, "You save Santa," with an animation of Santa dancing that will happen when you click on Santa at the end of the game. I might change this if by some miracle I have the time, but I don't know, I kind of like this. I feel like I made some decent progress today, even though I didn't have too much to show you. The opening cutscene took many hours, but it was a necessary thing and I knew that it would take a long time anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. It was just a time investment that I had to make. But apart from that, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you did. It lets me know that this is something that you want to see more of. And other than that, I'll see you tomorrow with part 6 of this series. Bye!